Rolling up our sleeves and digging into purpose this Mandela month, Absa is making waves for change. At the Absa beach cleanup in Durban, it's not just about sand and surf, but service with a cause. Join us as we turn the tide on pollution, one wave, one bag, and one beach at a time.
Today we are in Durban where the vibe is hot and the mission for the day is cooler than ever. It is Mandela month and Absa is rolling up their sleeves in the literal sense. Join us as we clean up the beach. Now, one thing we absolutely know about Absa is they believe in doing good. Rendani, how are you this morning?
I am good. I can't complain. It's a bit chilly, as you can see.
Rendani, Absa is always doing amazing things. And today, Absa's Force for Good is partnering up with the Run Your City race happening in Durban. How do the two tie in together?
Force for Good as Absa, it's literally a social impact, trying to make sure that we plow back in our communities. At this point in time, we're hosting the Absa Run Your City 10-kilometer race. And we're just making sure, because it's basically a coastal run, so the beach is just right beside us, ensuring that we clean it up. So we've picked up as much rubble as possible to ensure that the beaches look clean, and the environment looks clean, and that everyone is happy. So that's what we've done at this point in time, to ensure that we give back to the communities that we serve.
Now, the beach cleanup that you've chosen to do today seems very specific to Durban. Why did we take this direction today?
Well, we chose the beach cleanup specifically because the race ends exactly where we're at, so it just ties in perfectly well. But beyond it, the economy of KZN thrives on so many things, but one of them are these pristine beaches that you can see in our background, and we needed to make sure that we clean up the beaches, we collect as much rubble as possible. We're hoping to inspire future generations and those that are obviously observing us as we were picking up the rubble to continue doing so that it doesn't become just a once-off thing, but we continuously do it as well. So to you it looks like a beach, but there's just so much that happens here because it attracts a lot of visitors, and you don't want an environment where the beaches are shut down because they're dirty. And sadly, pollution is a reality, and we just need to make sure that we do our part one day at a time and tell our story.
And I'm so glad that you touched up on inspiration, because that is what Absa is doing. How are you hoping to inspire with initiatives like this, especially during Mandela month?
Beyond today is the hope that we're able to prolong this kind of work as well, that it becomes sustainable, that future generations are still willing to come down here and do whatever cleanup that you can. It doesn't have to be a beach cleanup. It can be anything that you really want to. So that's what we're hoping for, that it's not a once-off thing for the cameras and for the brand and marketing, but it's something where it impacts that whole social impact thing. So that's what we're trying to drive, and that's what we're trying to do.
As a Durban resident who always run on the promenade, run on the beach, I feel like this is so important. So it was time for me to wake up and get up with other people so that we can clean the beach. I believe obviously it's July, we're celebrating the Mandela Day with the 67 minutes. Even though we did more than that, but what is important is that we woke up, we cleaned the beach, and this is not just about cleaning the beach, but this is about giving back to the community, uplifting the environment, and more than anything, it's all about caring for the environment and making sure that not only we care about running, not only we care about chasing kilometers, but we also care about the environment, about the road that we run on, about the beach that we use for our training.
So the message I have for the future generation is, there's this quote that I always go by. It says, do nothing without intention. So I believe that if you do everything with intention, it will show in the work that you're doing. So with us cleaning the city up and making sure that the city looks presentable and clean, for not just for the runners, but just for the city itself, we're doing it with intention. So we have to always do everything with intention and be intentional in everything that we do.
A huge shout out to Absa for leading the way this Mandela month. Let's remember to keep showing up, uplifting others, and don't forget that your story matters.